In my eyes, the Cleveland Cavaliers have been the biggest surprise of the NBA thus far. I'm going to be honest, before the start of the season, I thought this team would do well to achieve a play-in berth. The Cavs currently sit in 5th place in the East. Just goes to show how much I know. Well, while we're talking about things I was wrong about, let me just say that I did not expect this sort of season from Darius Garland. I had faith in him after his first 2 seasons in the league, which were not great. However, I didn't expect him to be the offensive centerpiece of a playoff team. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. So sit back and enjoy this one. Garland's passing is the aspect of his game that excites me the most. He averages 7.3 assists per game, which is tied for 11th in the league. If you prefer per 100 stats, he's averaging 10.3, which is 12th in the league. He has a 33.5 assist rate, which is 11th in the NBA. He's a great passer in transition and can use a combination of speed and long passing and vision to create scoring opportunities. Here he uses his speed. Love gets the rebound and Garland immediately gets on his bike and makes a run up the court. He gets the ball in his own half and drives all the way into the paint, which puts pressure on and attracts the attention of 2 Celtics defenders who have tracked back. That allows Jerry Osman to get wide open on the perimeter and Garland is able to find him. On this one, we see his long passing as he just lobs this one to Denzel Valentine for the easy bucket. This last one is slightly different. He gets the ball in transition and throws in a little stutter step, which makes it seem like he's going to pull up. Schroeder gets completely fooled by this and a wide open 3-point shot opens up for Valentine and Garland is smart and skilled enough to find him. Here we have some off-ball action with him and Osman. The Celtics switch the action, but Osman manages to get a step on Schroeder, and instead of catching the ball and losing the opportunity created by Osman, he casually throws this lovely touch pass and it's a bucket. In this one, the Cavs run a pick and roll with Garland as the ball handler and Allen as the roller. Meanwhile, Osman makes a nice cut from the corner into the paint and Jordan Nwora doesn't pick it up at all. Still, this is great vision and execution to not only find Osman, but to orientate his body in a way that the majority of the defense's attention is on him and Allen, which ensures that Osman gets the open layup. He also finds shooters out of the pick and roll, which is a good skill to have if he's going to be the Cavs' long-term primary ball handler. His pace and his passes is always well judged. Here he lasers the ball through the Bucks defense and that helps Marketing get the basket. He's extremely creative with his passes too. This is an out-of-bounds play and after curling around, he gets the pass from Dean Wade. He goes up like he's taking a jump shot which attracts the attention of 2 Rockets defenders. This in turn leaves the paint wide open for Wade to dive into, and this is extremely impressive from Garland. There's a lot of athleticism and intelligence that goes into a pass like that. He's also a nice lob passer. Hey, so I'm just cutting in here just to give you guys a kind reminder to like the video and subscribe. Every subscriber means a lot at this point. Also, if you have any suggestions or players you'd like me to take a look at, drop them in the comments down below. And yeah, back to the video. Throughout Garland's NBA career, his shooting has always been at least decent. This year, he's shooting 38.6% from 3, which is actually down from last season, but he's shooting almost 2 more per game and 2.5 more per 100. He shoots around 2.4 catch and shoot threes and shoots 41% of them, which is really good. This is a big part of why the Cavs have managed to be successful with him and Rubio in the lineup. Rubio is probably not going to be in the Cavs' long-term plans, but this sample should give the Cavs confidence that Garland can play with another ball handler. He also shoots a lot of pull-up threes. He shoots the 15th most pull-up threes in the league and shoots 37.8% on them, which is 9th in the league. That's extremely good and is a huge positive tick in Garland's favor. He's also pretty efficient from 2 and is in the top 10 amongst guards for 2-point field goal percentage. He's also a good player in isolation, scoring 1.16 points per 100 in isolation, which is 12th in the league. He shoots 3.5 shots from inside 5 feet, which isn't a lot, but he is very efficient when he does get there. Here he sees the far bigger and slower Robert Williams picking him up, and he just attacks him and uses his speed to blow by him, and that's a nice little finger roll finish. This is a really encouraging play from Garland. He's got a good defender in Jason Tatum on him, and he hits him with the in and out double behind the back dribble combination, and that's a nice finish high off the glass. He shoots 60% from there and is in the top 10 for efficiency amongst guards. His floater is also very good, shooting 51% on nearly 2 floaters per game. The floater is a great tool to beat defenders in a drop. This is a good example of that. He's in a pick and roll with Taco Fall as the roll man. Robert Williams has no interest in stepping up and continues to drop into the paint to protect the basket. That leaves acres of space for Garland to attack and get a nice little floater off. Here's another example of that. He's also deadly from mid-range. He shoots 51% on 2.5 attempts per game, which is 7th amongst guards. Here's a similar example to the floaters we discussed earlier, but here Williams is a bit higher and Garland reads this. So he instead opts for a jumper from a little further away, and fortunately he's pretty good at making them. The Cavs' offensive rating when Garland is on the court is 110.9, which is pretty good. The Cavs' offensive rating when Garland is off the court is 99.8, which is awful. That's a more than 11.100 possession difference and further exemplifies his importance to this Cavs offense. Overall, I've been very impressed by Garland's performances this season. He's genuinely been one of my favorite players to watch. His playmaking ability and reliable shooting mean that this level of output should be sustainable in the long term, and I just can't wait to see what the future holds for the former Commodore. Well, that was all for this video. If you did enjoy, please put politely tap that like button, and until next time, it has been your boy, Sacramento Kings. Have a good day.